So hello everyone, and this is going to be game one here. We've got Kiwikaki spawning in the top right-hand corner here on Blistering Sands as the yellow Protoss, and I believe this is the light pink Protoss. I'm starting to learn, I hope I'm right, but we've got Razor Nani here spawning at the bottom left-hand corner. And to all you VOD viewers, thank you to sc2casts.tv. This is their King of the Hill number 2. Game 1 between these two players, and of course Kiwikaki is our returning champion. So PvP on Blistering Sands is fairly interesting. I would like to see, although we already are not seeing, but I do like to see Protoss play by walling off this bottom area and then using the backdoor rocks as your main entrance to your base. It gives you a little bit more control over the map and where you want your opponent attacking. And as we did see, Kiwikaki actually scouting it out, does not want to get pulled any cheese on here, and he's scouting pretty much every single situation that there could be some proxy barracks or just pylons already. But that is a little bit early, and the gateway is just going up in Nani's base. If we pull up the production tab, it looks like Kiwikaki delayed his gateway by a probe, and he's going to be getting his up shortly, I hope. Yeah, he's going for a rather late gateway. That's a 14 gate. As I said, very late. 13 gate is the norm, and then of course 14 gas, which Nani seems to be abiding by. But he is also going to be scouting in somewhat of a weird direction. That scout did come kind of early. On this map, most Protoss players will scout with their gateway probe. Looks like Kiwikaki, of course, did scout with his pylon probe, and if he didn't notice, but he could have actually locked this probe in here and attacked it after putting that pylon down, stuck it in there and killed it. But anyways, that probe is going to stay alive. The cybernetics core is going down right on time at 17. Really good timing here by Nani today. He's on the ball, and it looks like Kiwikaki's just a bit behind. He's going to be up in the economy by just a little. He's got an extra harvester, but that won't last too long as Nani can just keep chrono boosting his probes and catch up fairly quickly. I don't see that second gas coming out, which is pretty peculiar. He chose to go for a second gateway first. Even though he scouted nothing peculiar, he did choose to go for that second gateway before his second gas. So this either leads me to believe that he's going to be going for a somewhat heavier zealot push, maybe zealots in a couple sentries. But Warp Gate does start right away as soon as the Cybernetics Core finished, and that gas is going up. So not a lot of telltale signs here from this player, but I imagine he'll be doing some kind of early push because he is getting his Warp Gate tech fairly early. He has not built a Stargate or a robotics facility quite yet. A little bit odd positioning on that pylon, although I don't believe it's going to. No, it's not going to interfere with the probes much. It's a little bit, but it's really not going to make a big enough difference to delay the probes. And Nani's probe is still in Kiwikaki's base, but the Stalker is going to take it out fairly quickly. He won't even really need to micro it, and that probe is going to go down. So all the scouting information for Nani is now completely shut out, and Kiwikaki seems to be one of his favorite units is the Stalker. But we actually have a third gateway coming up. Proxy Pylon may get spotted and taken out here by Nani. Yes, Kiwikaki should definitely cancel that, as it is not going to live long enough to be useful. And it looks like Nani's going to be producing virtually mostly Stalkers as well. Neither player throwing down a Twilight Council yet, so we won't be seeing a lot of blink. But wow, Kiwikaki's actually going for his fourth gateway already. And he's a little bit supply locked here right now. He cannot produce any more units. A little bit of pressure. The Stalker only took about 3 shots, but that's going to quickly regenerate. And he's going to get back to his base where he will be safe. Nani trying to put a little bit of pressure on. And Nani actually putting up his Twilight Council first. So Kiwikaki going for a 4-gate while Nani's going for a 3-gate blink. And I would probably imagine we're going to see Kiwikaki throw up his Twilight Council soon. If not, he may try to expand. But he's not going to be able to put enough pressure on now with these Stalkers as soon as the Twilight Council finishes and Blink starts. But important to note, Nani is actually just on 2 gateways right now, whereas Kiwikaki is on his full 4. So if he can get a Proxy Pylon up, he's going to be in a real good position. Looking at the Army tab, it's fairly even. Looks like we've got 1 Stalker extra. for Kiwikaki, but that probably won't last very long as well. As soon as this third gateway gets up and running, he'll be in a good position. Engagement coming up, and it looked like Nani had the better flank or the better concave, but it looks like he may lose one unit as well. Kiwikaki continuing to put on pressure, does take one out, and continuing to reinforce with zealots now. Not sure how I feel about that, as stalkers can just keep kiting zealots, but Nani's got a few as well, so if they both have zealots in the mix, they'll both be in a good situation. Although, of course, Kiwikaki can't just keep running back now that Nani has quite a few of these zealots. But jumping back to the production tab, we've got, wow, a Dark Shrine. So that Twilight Council wasn't for Blink and it wasn't for Charge. It was for the Twilight Council. And the rocks are going to start to be taken down here outside of Nani's base by Kiwi. And if we look, Robo Facility is on the way, but it's not going to be out in time to produce an observer to be able to see this Dark Shrine. It's almost finished. It's about 80%, and these backdoor rocks are almost finished. So if he gets them down, Nani may be in a little bit of trouble. Kiwikaki's micro with his stalkers is absolutely fantastic. We got to see that last series, and it looks like he is going to push in. He's going to try to take out a stalker and this pylon, but the misfocus caused neither to go down. And 3 Dark Templar do get warped in. Kiwikaki's in a lot of trouble now. The Observer is on the way, but he still does not know about this Dark Shrine. And the Dark Templar are making their way their way right to the base, splitting up one, I believe, to keep with his army. Yes, he's keeping one with the army and going 2 straight to Kiwikaki's base. That's going to force Kiwi to choose where he wants his Observer, and he's going right for a robotics base. So I think he may be in a little bit of trouble here. I don't know if he's going to be able to win game 1. This Dark Templar's just about to get in range here to start taking some swipes. They do so much damage, 45 melee damage, and they actually attack fairly fast. It's faster than a Zealot, and these 2 DTs are in here getting kills, but the Observer is here. They got 2 kills, 5 kills, 7 kills total. So if we look at the income tab, that's not a whole lot. There was a Stalker here to fend it off, and the Dark Templar are going to split up and go in different directions. And that's going to force Kiwikaki to bring his force back to keep it around the Observer until he can get a second one out. And important to note, he's not getting a second Observer out right now. I only see one, but there is still a DT left in the base trying to take out whatever it can. But no, it's just going to get safely out, and Nani's going to continue to take out... Well, no, he's going to start to take out the backdoor rocks, but then he's just going to quickly retreat. So, Blink on the way here for Nani as well, and an expansion. Very good timing on that. The DT's got Kiwikaki on the back foot. He's still really unsure whether there's units in the base or what's going on, but he is just scouring his base, looking for any holes or problems that he might have. But I don't know, he's pushing out this Colossi. He does not have the range upgrade for it yet. Of course, he just cannot afford that quite yet. The probes that he did take out were working on gas, so Kiwi did have to transition some of his probes that were on minerals back onto gas. And Blink should be just